Overworlders are all fucking racist, and so are their players. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Let's Get Chaotic podcast. This week it is Castle BODHRAN or Bust. We got our scans and we're gonna make our way to Frafto's little perch.
Dractyl, this little nest up there, because apparently Kaz steals his, molted scales, which is disgusting.
Yeah, my first note, I didn't note the location, right, or the area they're in. Very beautiful stuff. My first note is Peyton Iron Stomach Tui draws the line at Dractyl scales.
They do look pretty nasty, though.
I think they look like they could be a very good dessert.
You ever think either Kaz doesn't steal every single one, so Dractyl never catches on, or Dractyl just doesn't care that some of his molted scales go missing?
Later in the episode, Dractyl thinks it's gross that someone else eats the scales too. I think Kaz steals enough to fill up his bag and then leaves, and I don't think his bag is big enough to carry all of the molted scales.
Yeah, I do love that he brought rubber gloves. You're kidding, right? Tom just already has them on. He's like, no, he's not kidding.
When I was in bed after watching the episode, I was like, if Dractyl has scales, that means he's more reptilian than bird-like.
I mean, isn't that like a thing that birds are like descendants from dinosaurs?
Well, yeah, but they don't have scales usually.
I know, it's just a more monstrous, maybe literal combination of the two.
Yeah. So here's a note that does in fact have to apply with what you just said recently. Tom, Sarah, and Peyton all have backpacks here, and it makes me wonder how far in advance do they plan these expeditions? Do they plan them the day of before porting to Chaotic? I'm assuming they're pre-planned, because why else would they have backpacks in Chaotic? Kaz has rubber gloves as well. This makes me wonder, actually, if you keep an unopened bag of chips in the backpack you port to Chaotic with, do you just have unlimited digital chips? Like, if you never open the bag, and every time you port to Chaotic, you're porting in with your backpack with this unopened bag of chips that you never open, do you just forever have chips?
Probably not.
We ever
I don't know. They never answered the question. That's how we'll find out.
After tossing the gloves,
the dumbest questions ever.
It'll be great. In the world of Chaotic, do they got
unlimited chips?
After Kaz tosses the gloves, he starts climbing up the tree to Dractyl's nest. And I noted that Kaz is surprisingly athletic to be able to do so, considering that he's the dweeb.
Nerd.
I'm just saying, he's not the one with the trophies on the shelf in his room. His shelf has statues of Chaotic characters that are just their static flash models.
And then Dractyl he finds a scanner, then Dractyl shows up and says, what are you doing in my house?
Yeah, so when Kaz noticed the scanner, I posed a question that will be answered later. On the back of the scanner, there's a gold nameplate, and I wrote down, did Reggie put that nameplate on his own scanner, or do they all canonically have that, and this is just the only time we see it? If the latter is the case, that would explain how the Danians knew which scanner was which a couple episodes ago.
True, yeah.
And then
that or Reggie's just rich enough to get it.
Oh yeah, Reggie's definitely rich. Dractyl shows up a little later, and I really like that his squawks and screeches are not animal-like. Because, it's so easy to do a squawk, right? D. Bradley Baker is famous for it, but it is funnier for the guy to just go, "Ka! Ka!"
Yeah.
Just infinitely.
This will start my wedding shriek. Every time.
Let's see. Dractyl confronts Kaz. Kaz, like the coward he is, begins to back up, and he falls through a hole that's just in the middle of Dractyl's nest. And I wonder, you think that's where Dractyl shits?
I would be surprised otherwise. I don't want to think about Dractyl taking a crap.
This means that if Kaz had in fact had the chance to land on the ground, he probably would have landed just fine on a pile of Dractyl shit.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call that just fine, but he probably would have lived.
It's still like a 40-foot fall. I don't know. He might die. He would die and he would stink.
He probably already stinks.
Oh yeah, he's out in the woods.
Scales. There's Kaz being dumb enough to have that 40-foot fall and think, I should scan Dractyl while I'm falling.
Yeah, why not?
See, it's funny because Kaz uses exclusively underworlders. Why is he scanning this overworld creature? Sarah right, very often is shown to be like trading. She trades all the time.
It could be useful. Worst case, I land in Dractyl poo.
Alright, so here is the first of what will become a 3-part joke, because I note these down in real time, and then I don't go back and edit or delete any notes. How did Dractyl tie those vines that he's using to constrain Kaz? He has no hands.
He's just got little, like, claws, like 2 little raptor claws. He really is just a dino bird, isn't he? Huh.
Pretty much, yeah. He asks Kaz why he wants his treasures. Kaz says he wants his scales. Dractyl says, why do you want my scales? Kaz says, I've got a friend who eats them. And even Dractyl thinks the consumption of Dractyl scales is gross.
I mean, if someone was wanting to eat, like, my dead skin off my body, I'd probably be grossed out, too.
I mean, hearing's kind of like a bug, and bugs eat the dead skin off your body.
Oh, yeah, hearing is a freak, but, yeah.
And then we have the scene, Dractyl being scared off with the Kaor bit. I gotta say, now knowing that Kaor and Peyton are the same voice actor, it makes the bit even funnier.
It does.
Especially because in a lot of other shows of the time, and I remember these bits, they'll have the bit where one character does a, quote, perfect impression of another character, and it's always just the voice actor for the character doing the regular voice for the character, and they animate it with them. But to have the voice actor who plays the character that's having an impression done of him do an impression of the character as another character, that's 2 extra layers of funny, I think.
Yeah, like, you can tell that, I feel like you can tell that crossed his mind when he was doing it. He's like, I don't want it to sound perfect, that'd be lame. Let's make it sound like an actual impersonation.
Or I could do Peyton doing Kaor. It's really good. The example I was thinking of immediately when I wrote that was like how Timmy in Fairly Odd Parents does a perfect impression of Wanda, but you can tell it's not Tara Strong doing an impression of Wanda. It's just Susan Blakely, and that, like, to me, lessens the joke some. Like, it's a funny joke if the person can do an impression of the other person. Like, when Tom Kenny does a Mr. Krabs voice as SpongeBob, that's always so funny.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good, too. Like, shocks me.
That's the part that makes it funny, is that you can tell it's still Tom Kenny, but it does sound like Mr. Krabs. Here's a good note. Dractyl is fucking funny, dude.
He is, yeah.
It's just...
I'm pretty sure he's like a recurring character,
he's really
isn't he? Like, he shows up a few times.
It was very funny. Kaor's here for you, not me. And then he just fucking leaves.
He's like, I don't care if he eats you. He's leaving. I'll take him to house somewhere else.
And then my immediate following note is Dractyl scales look tasty. Apparently, my tired ass at 2 a.m. forgot the R in Dractyl.
Yeah. I do find it funny that Dractyl, I can't remember if they said it was just a thing he does, like move his house around. He doesn't build a new one. He just moves the old one.
How funny would it be if Kaz had to find his nest every time he needed more scales?
Bro just keeps moving.
After that mission, Tom and Kaz go back to Kaz's house, and the note that I have is, you can tell this is Kaz's room because there's a big-ass Protheon poster on the otherwise blank wall.
Yeah.
Not in a frame either. He's one of those people who just tapes the shit up on the wall.
Yeah, why not?
He also, when the shot switches to him at the computer, there's a Talking Nom one in the background and another one I couldn't get a look at. And then on the shelf...
you're a freak.
On the shelf, he has a statue of Kaor, one of Nadrin, and one of, I think, Mesmar, which is crazy that he's just got 2 overworld creature statues, but sure. But the funniest part about the statues is that it's literally just their fucking, like, flash models.
It's literally just the static pose. That's great.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking pose them or anything.
Man, they got action figures in this world.
Chaotic's fucking...
Like, we got statues, but not action figures. Like, man, I want a big Maxor. Not a Hot Toys one. Those are always like $300.
Yeah. To be fair, I would like a very cool, like, Kaor statue where, like, he's posed and there's fire surrounding him.
That would be cool.
So, Tom reads off Kaz's email, and I note down the email shit makes no sense, because why does Kaz suddenly need to keep it subtle? When Tom got his password,
even though in, like,
Kaz was screaming from the
like
fucking
the first episode, they wouldn't shut up.
He was like, you gotta use your code to go to Chaotic! He didn't care who the fuck was listening
and, like,
then.
Yeah, and everyone was saying he's crazy because he talks about it. Like...
Yeah, and now he...
Did, like, one of the Codemasters catch him talking and was like, shut up. Shut up.
Kid Kaor, you cannot give away our locations.
you keep talking, we're going to have to get rid of you. This is basically a cult. Now shut it.
Listen, there's a reason your digital code comes here and not your physical person. People are not supposed to know this exists unless they earn it.
Yeah.
But then even later than this, there's the whole episode where he's trying to prove the chaotic is real.
God.
So, like...
Kaz is dumb.
Yeah.
You're a smart guy. You're really stupid.
Like, this is just, like, it's one of those bits where, you like, they really want you to question Kaz's intelligence. Kaz and Peyton become two peas in a pod at some point.
Yeah.
So then in the next scene, which this next scene, I actually cross-referenced it with the next episode, or the second part, and I realized something that's a cool thing that'll never be important. But in the next scene, they're sitting in front of Kaz's house. And just, like, imagine sending someone an email, and then instead of emailing you back, they just fucking pull up to your front porch.
God, that would be scary. Also, they're all the way from England. That's even worse.
Yeah. Coming from halfway across the world just to roll up to your fucking porch and be like, hey, I got your email. Dog, email me back, please. What do I tell my mom?
Yeah.
Hey, Ma, I sent...
Come on in.
Never met an email, and he just never emailed me back. I didn't know he was going to be here.
Yeah, Christ. Also, okay, I wanted to propose my own chaotic question here.
Oh, boy.
Reggie, he had his code transferred, and he's all walking around and whatnot. And then while his other self got kidnapped and he's gone, he had the accident that put him in the wheelchair. Do you think when he ports back after being in the wheelchair, they have to give him one in chaotic?
Oh, I don't think nothing. I know it.
We never see him again.
We see him once.
So I can only assume
we see
he's
him
back
one
in
other
that chair.
Time. He shows up in the second
Is
to
he in the
last
chair?
episode. He's in a chair.
That's amazing.
Reggie shows up in 3 episodes of the show. The first one is the 2-parter about him specifically. And the second one is the...
And then they remember he exists later.
Yeah. To be fair, though, of all the characters, I think he benefited from the style change. But also, he kind of looks like Shaggy now that I'm looking at it. He's got,
yeah, the mouth, and if he like shaved, like if he cut his hair down, it would be really close, like a young, like before the beard Shaggy. Oh my God, it's mostly the mouth that's setting me off.
Yeah, it's looking at the mouth and like the general shape of the head because he's got a big chin, but to be fair, the mouth takes up most of that big chin.
Yeah.
So,
like, not many characters benefited from the art style change. Reggie did.
Reggie did. Now, if only they did shit with him. My next note is this kid has a special wheelchair with a custom-made slot to hold his fucking chaotic cards. That's baller as fuck, dude.
That is pretty dang cool. That's better than putting them on your wheels.
Like, imagine if he just, like his legs are fucking damaged or his back and he can never walk again and he's in the hospital and he's like, can my wheelchair hold my cards? Like, that's what he's fucking worried about.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everything is specially made for card games.
Yeah.
Everything has a card slot. Christ.
Reggie is the Kaiba of chaotic.
Then we
got
trying to remember what's after Reggie. Yes.
Reggie explains what goes on or what happened, and then they show up in chaotic and they challenge Bruiser. Kaz challenges him first, and then Bruiser's
this is what I was mad about. He's like, you got nothing in your underworld deck. I'm like, he has a KO, you freaking jerk.
Well, yeah, but he's an old...
What are you talking about?
See, it's been 10 episodes of this. We already know what's up. Overworlders are all fucking racist, and so are their players.
It's like, are you telling me that KO is not a rare card? I bet Maxor is easier to get a scan of than he is. Like, we've not even, like, we've seen Kaor, like, one time, and he is in a battlefield. Like, I know Maxor is probably, like, easier to, like...
Between Maxor and Kaor, the first time Maxor saw, like, the player who uses him most, he was like, I'm going to fucking murder you! And then the one time...
Yeah, that's just... Never meet your heroes.
Kaz. Yeah, the one time Kaor saw Kaz, he's like, I need a chaotic player to go spy on another creature for me.
That's just being pragmatic, man. Like, Kaor was just smart like that. Although he was definitely willing to put Kaz in mortal danger.
Yeah. So this is the first and I think only time we see that special little theater in the Betadrome area. They have like an indoor theater with like seats pointed at the damn thing instead of like a food court. And part of me wishes we saw them more, but the other part of me understands that it'd be kind of redundant considering that they have screens outside in the food court that are like streaming battles 24/7.
God, people playing 24/7. They must have a lot of players.
Well, it's like an international thing, so.
I can't remember. Does Bruiser know Frafto at all, considering he hangs out around Castle BODHRAN so much?
I mean, probably.
You think he might? I mean, he also uses him, like...
I assume
Part of me wonders.
most chaotic players know the creature they use most personally.
At the very least, they may, like... I like to assume most players that at least are, like, high ranking up there know at least one creature from the actual world a decent amount.
See, I'm of the opinion that if your name is Tartarwrecker, you better be meditating with Tartarwreck on the daily.
He better be your buddy.
If you're not friends with him, but you're using his fucking name, you're just a poser. Don't be a poser.
You're a poser.
I'm also realizing that this is the first time we see the beta drones, like, at all.
God, it is, ain't it? That's crazy.
From the outside, right, it's just like a half-open stadium. I'm assuming that each of the little entryways in the stadium itself is a whole different drone.
Yeah, I do love it's just... I mean, yeah, challenge match is just 1v1. I feel like they get more health because these guys survive a lot of attacks.
Yeah, they're like, it's the end of the episode, make it count. So, okay, here we go. More animation glazing. I know that's our favorite thing to do in these podcasts. Bruiser's headphones move independently of his body. Yet another small detail that ceases to exist post-style change. When they're like in the drone, I notice it. That like he says something and like he shoves his body forward and his headphones like bounce.
Yeah, that's honestly cool.
It's just like...
I just realized...
so expressive.
Whenever you do talk about, like, chaotic hero shooter, Frafto's just Hawkeye.
Yeah, except, you know, he's got, like, those storm charge arrows, so hopefully even people without aim can do something.
Yay!
You know, just a little bit of splash damage. I think we got to the point in the battle where Maxor enters Castle BODHRAN, and I said I'm really struggling to take notes during the battles at this point. I said it before, but there's only so many times you can say this shit is so cool.
Yeah.
We've done, like, this is our 9th episode of the show, and there's been a battle, like, every other episode, just about.
Yeah.
And
like, inside of Castle BODHRAN looks like that one painting with the stairs.
Yeah, it's an MC Escher painting, yeah.
Yeah.
So Maxor's in the building, and he's talking shit, and then Bruiser, Frafto, comes up to the window, and he explains that he wasn't shooting from the castle, but through the castle, and I think that's actually, like, a really genius strategy, and I'm fairly certain the way Reggie beat him for that Castle BODHRAN scan was by watching him play and hearing him brag about this strategy to another player.
Probably.
Because Tom says something to Egamon, and then he starts bragging about his, like, great strategy, and Tom uses that to distract him while he finds him and sneaks up on him from behind.
At least Tom doesn't go out like a punk.
Yeah.
Bruiser here kind of got lucky.
Yeah. Is it weird to anybody else that Frafto can just, like, hover?
I mean, he's a bird.
He is, but it seems like he just, like, flies out of sheer willpower. He doesn't flap anything. There's no...
No, yeah, he basically just has superhero flight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is kind of weird. Dractyl's like, I have to flap my wings. What the hell?
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
You just get to fly? That ain't fair.
Pretty good use of Fortissimo. Make Maxor bigger so he can survive the fall.
Yeah, and God, Fortissimo always runs out at the worst moment.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's like the Omnitrix, like the prototype Omnitrix, how it'll always time out at the worst time.
I think it's weird that for whatever reason, when he did the Rock Wave, and then, you know, Song of Reversal, and then Maxor's small for some reason. Is that part of it? Do they switch sizes? Is Frafto, like, right off screen, like 50 feet tall?
I think he was shrinking when he used it, probably.
I guess. I don't know.
Following up the Fortissimo note, I said, too bad Tom wasn't smart enough to follow it up with a proper barrage of attacks and instead played fucking Tom and Jerry with his opponent, or should I say, Tom and Bruiser.
Yeah, I get that.
Because instead of attacking, he's just trying to grab the dude. He's just screaming and grabbing the fucking dude. Attack him!
But what I mean by him getting lucky is literally just, why is Maxor small all of a sudden? If he was big, that wouldn't have hurt him.
And just like that, Tom has lost his best card. Real stakes, real consequences. Yugimoto could never.
Imagine if Yugi lost Dark Magician, or Ash lost his Pikachu, or if that kid from Digimon lost his Digimon.
That kid from Digimon does lose his Digimon eventually. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The closest equivalence to this in any other show is Yugi losing Exodia.
Which is really early, and the only reason they did that is so he couldn't just use it every game.
Yeah, because it would have been cheating for him to use that every game. It wasn't illegal yet.
It's not cheating.
But
It's
also,
skill.
like, he gets all the Egyptian god cards later, so who gives a shit?
Love that this guy takes Tom's best creature and then has the gall to be like, I used to be a nice guy too. And I'm like, bitch, you still took my card.
Yeah, so...
Ain't that nice? I like that you gave me the thing. That's cool, but that ain't helping me. That's helping him. He didn't do nothing.
I like that following the loss of Maxor, that we get that reveal that Bruiser isn't a monster. He's just a cocky dude who likes playing for keeps.
Yeah.
Like, that's entertaining to me. Like, yeah, I'm still gonna keep your card. I won the card. And immediately after Tom loses Maxor, I sent you a screenshot last night when I took this note. We get a shot of Kaz and Tom from behind, with a screen in the background literally displaying Maxor.
Did.
I'm assuming it wasn't intentional, but it is very funny.
Yeah, I do love that. Just, what the hell?
Oh, so that looks like my favorite card that I lost. Alright, I'm at the previously on segment of part 2, and I didn't think about it much earlier, but how early did Reggie have to get into Chaotic to get the name Reggie 1? There had to be literally 0 other Reggies getting into Chaotic when it happened. Reggie was at his computer day 0 of the Chaotic drop.
He's rich. He got one first.
He bought the fucking name. He's like the #1 Chaotic fan in the world. His wheelchair has a special slot for the cards.
You remember how many cards he has? Like, at the end of the episode, they show, like, he has piles of this crud.
He had like 4 stacks of them. I've
My
got
brother,
no
he has a Maxor. It's actually kind of messed up that he has a Maxor. Why didn't he put his on the line if he needs it so bad? Why did Tom have to do it?
The previously on segment cuts around dialogue the same way a modern cartoon does for just regular episodes.
Yeah.
No space
Damn.
to breathe, just dialogue, line after line after line.
Yeah.
Just cutting out all the... Of course, okay, I know why modern cartoons do it. It's because 10 years ago, 20 years ago now, they didn't have as many commercials in the middle of the fucking episode.
Yeah.
Now they gotta say as much as possible, as quick as possible, because 30,000 fucking commercials are playing in the middle of the goddamn episode. Commercialism is killing your television, everybody.
A lot of things are killing television.
Alright, so... Kaz lives in a blue house and Tom lives in a yellow house. I will now guess from this information that Peyton lives in a brown house and Sarah lives in a red house. So when I first saw the exterior of Kaz's house, I deadass was like, oh god, is Tom gonna live in a blue fucking house? But no, it was Kaz's house. Also, cross-referencing this with a previous episode, this two-parter reveals that Tom and Kaz are literally neighbors, which is cool. It'll never be important, but it's a cool detail.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then next to them are 2 other houses, a green one, and I think like another yellow one. It'd be very funny to have a reveal later that those are the houses Sarah and Peyton lived in, and they all just lived next to each other this whole time and never fucking knew each other.
That would be funny, actually. Wow.
Let's see. So this like establishing shot leads us to Tom's room where they're talking to Reggie because they just ported to Chaotic. The shots of Tom's room wholly confirm that Tom 100% plays basketball, as one of the trophies he has is literally a basketball trophy.
There's a big old ball and he has a hoop.
There's also a basketball jersey in the back. Blue jersey with a big 1 on it. I wonder... Oh boy. No wonder he likes
I'm not much of a basketball guy. But I don't know. Like, I don't know which jersey is blue. Is that the Lakers? I thought they wore yellow.
They were yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
Very funny cut to go from Kaz telling Reggie they never give up their scanners to Tom and Kaz having given up their scanners. Even funnier when you realize Kaz knew it was a lie when he said it, because they literally gave up their scanners to the Danians a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
They give up their scanners quite often.
They get arrested quite often.
And then let's see. Kaz brings up Tom also gave away a scanner because Tom questions Kaz on it. And Kaz is like, you gave up yours too. And Tom goes, not without a fight. And dog, Tom needs to stop fucking trying to fight these magical creatures. Like, this shit is how I know Tom's a jock. He sees a thing bigger and more powerful than him and goes, I could probably kick his ass.
At least I tried. Yeah, good job. It totally worked.
Tom wouldn't just be one of the 100 men fighting the gorillas. He'd be in the front.
Yeah, probably.
This episode about not meeting your heroes is very funny when Tom's hero is Sean Schemmel.
Ew.
So they go through this big back and forth, and then Maxor leaves. And like a true fanboy, Tom boils Maxor's hateful remarks down to being the result of stress and nothing else, making any excuses to continue loving his hero. Such is the way of an overworlder.
I was gonna say, it's accurate.
People just be doing that. This episode has more show of how Peyton is actually a really good chaotic player. They encountered Dractyl once, and without any indication they'd ever do so again, Peyton decided to research him.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2 of that 3-part joke. How did Dractyl set up this trap? He has no hands. Followed by Dractyl gives off the vibe of a goofy big-ass dog.
What?
So, yeah, he kind of... I forget what he did, but he gives off big dog energy. You know, like when you got a big dog who's also a little fucking stupid? He's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Dractyl does have hands. They're just 2-digited.
Yeah, they're just like little Rex claws.
And you know, that makes sense. He's very dinosaur-esque. Now they just need to explain the metal beak. And it is here in episode 10 where we're introduced to the Mepedian leader, Prince Mudinu, meaning we've officially met all of the leaders of each tribe.
Mudinu always looked weird to me, because I know that's supposed to be armor. That looks like a t-shirt.
Sometimes you just have to wear a t-shirt underneath your armor.
But he's like in a desert. Why would you layer up?
Well, he's cold-blooded.
I just thought he was wearing like a t-shirt because it's like, oh, Mate Black is slimming.
It is. The art style really makes it look like a shirt. See, that's
funny.
I think Mudinu also benefited from the art style change because you can tell it's fucking armor.
Also, he's a prince. I can't remember. Do we meet a king? Like, is anybody above him? Or is it like, so it's like Namor, where it's like, I'm the prince of Atlantis. For some reason, he doesn't call himself king. I haven't earned it yet because I haven't killed everyone else.
Mudinu is a Mepedian royal, captain of the guard, and vassal to the king. He is the cousin of Iflar and nephew of King Thebsar.
So there is a king.
There is a king. We just don't meet his ass.
Oh, dang.
Reggie has been in this prison for a month. Do you think they've been feeding him, and what do you think they've been feeding him?
Dractyl scales.
Prince Mudinu also makes his way to Dractyl's nest and steals the scales.
It's a delicacy.
They're nice and slimy. Maxor gives Tom the binoculars, tells him to be certain it's Reggie, and then Maxor's like, if he has the map to the Gothica, we'll save him. And then Tom's like, and if he doesn't, we'll
if not, he dies.
And then and then Maxor's like, to you chaotic players, this is all a game, but to me, this is the real world. My tribe faces danger every day, and I noted it down as, my tribe, which is near wholly enclosed in a city with a massive fucking thick-ass impenetrable wall, faces mortal danger every day. Alright, we're getting into theory territory now.
Oh, when do we not?
Spectral viewers are really cool, but is there a reason they're built into a skull? I'm assuming what it is that the original
It's an actual eyeball.
Yeah, I'm imagining what it was is that it was a Mepedian skull with the same Mepedian's eye, and that Mepedians just have the ability to see invisible Mepedians. And then at some point, that original spectral viewer was reverse engineered and mass produced.
That would make sense, yeah. Or some psycho just murdered a Mepedian, took his skull and eyeball, and fastened it into a tube telescope.
See, I assume that they
maybe
created and mass produced because they have multiple of them.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if they have to be mass produced, because do we see that many?
Well, there's at least 3 of them in this episode.
Yeah. At the very least, a good number had to have been made. I don't know how you could just recreate it without having an actual Mepedian eyeball, which, I mean, you get 2 for every Mepedian you murder, but you get only 1 skull.
This is a world full of music, so I'm sure they can magic it up. I really like Mudinu's voice.
Yeah, he sounds very unique. I'm surprised. Like, in a show like this, he sticks out, voice-wise at least.
Speaking of voice, 13 minutes into part 2 of Castle BODHRAN, and I'm realizing Frafto may be voiced by Jason Griffith.
It sounds like him, yeah.
I forget what the exact sentence was, but he said one word in that sentence, and I was like, oh, it's Jason Griffith.
Also, I love Frafto throwing the bag at Kaz, and he just goes flying. Yeah. He just, make yourself useful.
We have Frafto and Tom run past the gate, and then like 2 Mepedian guards follow, and they're kind of like a generic grunt design. So I wrote down, I'm assuming every tribe has some kind of copy-paste grunt creature that does all the door guarding shit. I don't know if we ever see them for the over or underworld though.
Yeah, that's kind of funny though.
It's extremely lucky that Kaz is out of range of Mudinu's music, which he uses to make the spectral viewers not work.
Yeah, that is cool.
And then, in a moment of heroism, Kaz calls out to Maxor, who then ducks a flash kick, which hits Kaz directly in the chest. Kaz is now dead.
Yeah, he did. Flash kick!
And we cut between a couple other things, and Kaz is there breathing, and I say, bullshit, Kaz did not survive that shit.
He is at least bleeding internally.
He's gotta be dying actively. Alright, here we go. This one's long-winded. Maxor surrendering to Mudinu to save Tom and Kaz feels out of left field. In terms of the story, I'm sure Tom standing up to Maxor and Kaz trying to save him from Mudinu's sneak attack helped change his mind about humans, but it feels mildly rushed considering he just met them in this episode. Honestly, I feel like had Castle Bodhran been a 3-part episode instead of 2, some of the stuff would feel more naturally paced.
Yeah, I do love how long Maxor takes.
And then... we got a couple cuts around again, and Kaz is just laying on the ground, right, looking like he's asleep holding his stomach, and I say, dude, Kaz doesn't even look like he was hit by a flash kick. He just looks like he ate too much at Thanksgiving.
Hospital.
And then Dractyl shows up with the assist just in time. Where the fuck did they get spectral viewers? That's 2 more spectral viewers, by the way. Spectral viewers and liquidizers. I'd assume Dractyl stopped at the overworld arsenal, but what reason would Bodhl have to give these 2 humans that he's never met battle gear?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could say Maxor's in trouble, but like, why the fuck would Bodhl believe them?
We know Tom, that one guy you kind of deal with.
The great Maxor in trouble? Nonsense.
Either that or I want Bodhl to square himself. He's like, I'm coming with.
Bodhl's like,
he can barely hold up the stupid gun.
Gear, and he shows he bores the fucking Mepedians to death.
Who's gonna break the news to Reggie that once he ports back to the real world, he's never gonna stand up again?
To be fair, real world Reggie's already come to terms with it, so I think he'll be fine. But imagine having to go through that grief again.
Yeah, I know, I kinda... Whew.
Maxor pulls out a Song of Resurgence. Where was he keeping that music?
Up his ass.
He's turning it into Danian music as we speak.
Oh, God.
Okay, so in shots where the scanner is a normal handheld size on the screen, the gold plate with Reggie's name is still visible. So it's a custom edition he made himself, which means the question still stands, how did the Danians tell their scanners apart?
Aura.
Also, you know Reggie's fucking rich because he's got a gold plate with his fucking name on the back of his scanner so he doesn't lose it.
Privileged.
It would be really funny if Kaz just had a piece of scotch tape with his name on it.
That'd be amazing.
And of course, Tom's favorite music, Fortissimo, makes yet another appearance, but this time Tom's strategy is successful.
Yeah, he made Dractyl big.
But how lucky are they that Maxor just happened to have Fortissimo with him?
How lucky are they that Dractyl is, like, just willing to help?
To be fair, the leader of the overworld is there. If he doesn't help, he might be, like, banished for treason and have to live in the underworld. Also,
that Fortissimo lasts a long time. Like, a surprising long time, considering in the actual game, it lasts like 10 seconds.
Maxor burning his half of the Kothika map is low-key a boss-level move.
I love that one joke, though, where he's just like, oh, we better get going before or before he shrinks, and I have to walk.
My following note is, much like us lowly humans, Maxor hates walking. Maybe we're not so different after all.
Maybe we're not so different after all.
The most mature thing Kaz does in the entirety of this show is refuse Reggie's offer for 10 cards after helping him out of Chaotic. And similarly, it's very mature of Tom to refuse the offer, despite losing his ace card, specifically trying to help Reggie.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to earn it back himself.
Yeah,
that's nice of him.
That's reputable.
It helps that Tom has an in, like he knows the real guy now.
He knows the guy now.
I feel like if he didn't, it'd be a lot more insurmountable.
I'm just now realizing Tom's room is green, just like his favorite freak Maxor.
Yeah.
Now, I did double check. The walls are not the same shade of green as Maxor, probably because that'd be a gross-ass shade of green to paint your walls.
Yeah.
But his walls are green, like his favorite creature. And my final note, the final line of this episode is Reggie saying, "I'll see you in Chaotic." Reggie doesn't appear again until Season 3, Episode 11, Elementary, the literal penultimate episode of the show. He's not even important in the episode, mind.
Reggie's just kind of in the back. Like, he's not in the Chaotic portion until the second part.
Yeah.
And, like, he just don't do that much. It's not bad by any means.
I would have loved to see him battle in the drome, right? Because I figure, because the creatures always have like extra limbs or whatever they can control, I assume Reggie is able to walk still when he's in a match. And that would have been cool to explore. The idea that he got extra sucked into Chaotic after coming back from Chaotic without working legs, because it gives him the chance to walk and run and feel like he's not disabled for a little bit. But yeah, that's the episodes. First two-parters since the premiere.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I can't wait to see more of Maxor, but I know the next episode, I think, go back to the Underworld, don't we?
Let me see. The next episode is, Lord of Treachery, the Von Blood episode.
That should be fun. Is that the one where Kaor literally is like, help me out here?
Yeah. And then...
literally right after Maxor's. That's great.
Yeah. But the next episode of the podcast will not be an episode of the show. After recording the last episode, I thought, hey, what if every 10 episodes or so we did something that wasn't watching an episode of the show? So the next episode, we're going to be doing something fun. We're going to be doing something different. Cam and I are going to do something that should be about podcast length, hopefully. I'm not going to reveal what it is. You're just going to have to find out when you get here. So we'll see you next week for what that thing is. Goodbye, everybody.